Here's your weekly reminder to be checking out the links down in the description. I am filming this video before last week's video went out, so if you have already sent me any links that you want me to add to the important links down in the description to like bring light to and bring to people's attention and they weren't there in last week's video, they will be here now, but still keep sending me links like that. Anything that I can retweet, reblog, share on like Instagram maybe, even though Instagram is not my favorite place for information like that. I just find it like kind of annoying and like counterintuitive, and it's not like my favorite place to spread information when I prefer other websites personally. But anything like that, keep telling me. I will do whatever I can. I have 58 subscribers. That's not a lot of people, but it's enough people that if I'm spreading certain information that other people don't have, then we can get it further out into a bigger audience. And that's the whole point of, you know, me pointing out the links down in the description, because they're important links. They are for vulnerable communities to get attention, get anything they need to help them. So keep checking those out. God, I hope this camera angle is better. Last week we were fucking over here, huh? Hello, Friendzies. Welcome back to my channel. I have some opinions about bookshelves and I want to share them. That's the entire video. Buckle in. Strap in, buckle up. Oh, we're getting into it. Okay, so I've said this a million times before. You guys know this about me at this point. If you don't know this about me, are you even paying attention to any of my videos? My mother is a librarian, so I grew up with things being put away in a very specific way, and I grew up basically living at the library, kind of, because when childcare was not super accessible, being at the library was the easiest thing for my mom to do with me. So I grew up basically in the library and with things being put away in a specific way. Both of my mother and I have like very specific ways that we like to put things. I may have undiagnosed OCD. I don't know for sure. I don't want to say that I do because it's not something I'm super knowledgeable about, unlike other mental illnesses. So who knows? But yeah, every time I see these viral bookshelves, I don't like them. So in libraries, I mean, if you have ever been to a library, you know, and I feel like in bookstores too, I don't know if they go as like intense at libraries, but libraries are put away by alphabetical order, by the author's last name, and it's by like the Dewey Decimal System and all that stuff. And yeah, it's very specific, and that's how I grew up. So this probably has a lot to do with the fact that I essentially lived in a library, but that is how I put my books on my bookshelf. I have two areas where I have like a lot of books. The books on my bookshelf, which is over here when you look at my room, the bookshelves over here are put away by alphabetical order, and those are books that I've like finished reading. Alphabetical order by the author's last name. The other books I have like ones that I would call like coffee table books. I do have kind of just on a shelf, and all of my like kids books and picture books are also just put away on a shelf. But the like, you know, hardcover books that you would see at a bookstore or a library that are like the most common books to see are put away by alphabetical order, author's last name. The books over here are my books that I haven't read yet, so they're kind of just put away by what looks the most interesting and which I will grab first. I have not read a physical book in the very longest time, but I've read fan fiction lately. I am going off the rails. Anyway, my point is, I love the aesthetic of it, okay? Let me just get that out in the open. I do genuinely love the aesthetic. I think the aesthetic is very cool. How people do their books by like color, and how people do, what are other ways people have done it? People have done it by color, people have done it by like size, I guess. Like, I don't know. I mean, look up any bookshelf on Pinterest. Look up any like book talk videos on TikTok, and you will see different ways that people organize their bookshelves. This is a joke. Disclaimer. This is a complete joke, but if it's anything other than alphabetical order by the author's last name, you're fucking wrong, and it gives me anxiety. I love the aesthetic, but how the fuck do you find a book on your bookshelf when it's organized by color? And is it organized by the dust jacket color or the physical book's like cover? What do you mean it's organized by color? And one of my best friends organizes her bookshelf like a little bit differently, and a lot of it is like, I think it's just like aesthetics. I think some of it is like neurodivergency, which like I get, but it could never be me, is all I'm saying. I understand the vibe of it and the aesthetic of it, but I do not understand how you can find books on your bookshelf. Like, what if you want to reread something really, really bad? I mean, I guess if it was like your favorite book, you would obviously know what color it is. But like, do you? Do you know what color it is? How do you find things that you really enjoy that maybe you've only read once or twice? How do you find it? Because you're like, oh yeah, I think it was yellow, and it's actually on the complete other end of the bookshelf because it has a black dust jacket. What are you doing? This is just a silly, funny video. I do genuinely get a little anxious when I think about doing my own books in any way other than alphabetical order by the author's last name. You know, that's my thing. It's my room. It's organized how I like it, which is that's just it. It's my space. So it doesn't really matter. And I'm not judging you if you organize your bookshelves a completely different way. That's your thing. Like I said, it could never be me. But I think it looks pretty. Like, it does look good, like, the aesthetic is beautiful, but do not ask me to, like, oh yeah, take a look at the bookshelf and find something you like, because I won't touch it, because I'm like, yeah, it's pretty, I'm not, no. It makes me confused, and I feel like there doesn't need to be that much confusion when it comes to books. So, you enjoy your bookshelf, and please also ignore my constant hair fixing, and that's that on that. But yeah, like I said, this was just kind of a goofy, funny video because I've been seeing so many videos and like pictures on Pinterest and TikTok and stuff about like how people organize their bookshelves, and I don't know, I just have some opinions about it. Again, I'm not judging you. I just think this was like a little goof and a gaffe to make a video out of. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Bye! Words.